everybody! Welcome back to Darren and I's Final Fantasy IV Let's Play. This, as of now, yet to be named show.
They didn't know that. We could have known all along.
We're still working on it. But yes, we are here. Oh, I'm JD, by the way.
And I'm Darren.
That is Darren. He's a beautiful man.
Oh, thank you.
But we are here playing Final Fantasy IV, and I'm still trying to find this goddamn Antlion.
Also, before you go on the journey to find the Antlion, you should turn around and go back to that ruined castle.
Maybe I will. Do I need to go talk to my dead girlfriend?
No. So go around actually out back there. Just try turning up to the towers. No.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go right.
Right.
Or left. Doesn't really matter. You should be able to circle around. So, all right. So you see that door over there?
That door.
You can reach it.
How do?
When you walk out of the castle.
Okay. Gotcha.
You don't go all the way out to exit.
Right.
You see, Squaresoft freaking loved doing this for older Final Fantasy games. You find it everywhere.
This is why I have you here, Darren. Whoa! There's a dude. And he's dead.
He's freaking dead. I think if you try to... I think that little button there that looks like a flashlight.
Right.
Secrets.
Secret door.
These games absolutely adore. I think you can
Okay.
go... There you go, yeah. Leather helmet, a crossbow that looks like a bow, and a ruby ring.
Woo! I'm all cooked up in here.
How would you know about this? Just gotta know.
I like how I'm just out here in the void.
Yep. This is one of those games that does that often.
It puts me out in the void.
Oh yeah. It will.
Oh,
and there's
shit.
even more. It's like 10 items in this dungeon. Or not this. Yeah, this is the castle dungeon.
I'm just rolling and shit now.
Now you can totally stock up on all the Cure 1s and Cure 2s that you want.
Oh, man. I'm just
So
rolling it for days.
How do you feel about hidden chests in games like this?
Is there anything around this side?
I don't recall.
It kind of depends, I guess. I just might go this way because I can.
You totally can, but sadly,
yeah,
nothing.
there ain't anything out here. I'm just wandering.
So if you go further straight up, it's like, yeah, you'll just exit out of the map.
So anyway, I guess it kind of depends. I mean, like Pokemon, they have like the item finder, so it's like it kind of makes it a mechanic and stuff.
Yeah.
But I guess it kind of rewards your exploration a bit.
Yeah, the Sakurai era, or no, sorry, not Sakurai. That's completely different game creator.
That's
oh my god.
Smash Brothers and Kirby.
Oh my god, I'm totally blanking on the name of the original creator. Sakaguchi. Sakaguchi, that's who it is. Hironobu Sakaguchi, creator of Final Fantasy. Also, if you do want to restore your health and MP, there is pots on the 3rd floor that will do that.
Oh shit. I should go do that because Rydia...
She's run real low on the MPs.
Real low.
But yeah, the Sakaguchi era Final Fantasies all have a ton of hidden rooms and chests that have little extra bonuses. Like if you've ever played Final Fantasy IX, that game has so many hidden in plain sight. Like they look like they're part of the pre-rendered background, but they're not.
Interesting.
See all those guys gathered around the pot, drinking the MP juice.
They're huffing ethers.
Can you imagine? A bunch of mages just dumping a bunch of ethers in a pot and just huffing the fumes.
I'd like to say I could take credit for that joke, but I can't.
No.
No. I heard it on a podcast.
As far as I'm concerned, you're a genius comedic writer.
Oh, yeah.
Came up with that one yourself. It's great.
If anyone's ever listened to my podcast, they know how genius of a comedic talent I am.
Just a flawless
and
talent.
not a complete dumbass. Alright, so where the flip am I going?
Alright, so here's the thing. You could drive around the entire continent here, try to figure out where to go. But I'll just tell you, go on those rocks. Not the mountains. Those are mountains.
Where are the
You
rocks?
can tell because they're pointy.
Oh,
Those
these
are
rocks.
So this little hovercraft here can go on little rocks on the water. It's much more clearly defined in later versions of this game. This is pretty much entire experimentation, and that will be the Antlion's Cave. I'd recommend saving for hopping in.
Wow.
You gotta get out of the
Damn it.
vehicle, just like last time.
Sorry, I keep hitting the A button instead of the B button.
It's okay, even though we recorded that other one, like, literally just before this, and you also didn't save.
Damn it.
You probably don't need to, but I always like to have a safety save.
I always enjoy a safety save because, you know what? You never know when you're just going to get wrecked.
Yeah, that's very fair. So,
Alright, we're going to go find that goddamn antlion finally.
do you like how you entered this area and it says Antlion B1? That's how you know.
Fuck him up.
So you got your boy Edward with you. He spits rhymes at enemies.
I'm just
As
going to
you can
imagine
see,
that he
he
like...
literally...
I'm just going to imagine that he just beatboxes at them.
That'd be pretty dope, because he shoots music straight out of his face at them. You can see he's got a little harp there. And you're also fighting weaker enemies again because you got a new party member.
Hooray!
Because Edward, I'm not sure what level he starts at. I didn't fully see. Also going under the bridge there. Level 5. So Rydia, who's like an 8-year-old girl, is tougher than this dude. Which is in character. You'll see as we play.
Alright.
I mean, he was getting the crap kicked out of him by Telia last
By
time.
an old man.
Shouting at him for being a spoony bard.
Oh, excuse me.
Bless you.
I don't have the coronavirus, I swear.
Oh god. Topical.
Not as far as I know, anyway. That'll be topical years down the line.
Can we just point out how terrifying that basilisk looks?
Yeah, what the... That is not a basilisk. That's a weird iguana. Basilisks are... I saw Harry Potter, too. Basilisks are weird little Godzilla snakes.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of reminds me of the lizard, like Lizzie from
From Rampage.
Rampage. That's it. I was gonna say Total Carnage. I'm like, that's not it.
Damn. You went down like
Yeah.
a bitch.
You got Cecil with his new gear. You got Rydia, who's pretty tough, and this area is pretty much just to get Edward a couple levels, pretty much.
Holy shit.
Although these guys look like they mean business, I'd recommend whipping up some magic here.
Oh, yeah.
And I imagine each of these enemies have a different weakness. Sing, if I recall, heals everybody by a little bit.
Oh, well, I just did it to an enemy, so we'll see what happens there.
It actually might depend on the... Oh, I think it depends on the instrument you have for Edward. So he tried to put enemies to sleep there. I don't know if that was terribly effective, but they're not attacking you.
Well, that's good.
Also, I feel like this enemy isn't originally called the Weeper. Something tells me. Oh, it's asleep because of the... I guess that also has a chance to inflict status ailments.
Neato.
So that's just how this game works. If I recall, the DS version, I believe his Sing just heals you. It just heals everyone by like 50 HP or something.
Interesting.
I might be misremembering or thinking of a different Final Fantasy, but who knows at this point?
Come on, Darren. You're just not an encyclopedic knowledge of Final Fantasy IV offhand.
No, because I've actually never beaten this game.
Oh. We're gonna do our darndest. Unless we get bored and be like, fuck this game, but...
Yeah, I mean, this is also one of the shorter... It's like, I think this game is like around 20, 25 hours long.
Yeah, that was actually one of my main draws to want to play this, is because people told me it was on the shorter side. I'm like, I ain't got time to play 80-hour RPGs, but 20 hours, not so bad.
Yeah, I miss the days when RPGs could be beaten in like a weekend, or like a long weekend, I should say.
An imp captain.
Holy crap, that guy looks like a fancy palette swap.
He is a fancy palette swap.
But hits like nothing.
He's
Disappointing.
Like, Rydia, you're awful.
You should actually see if you can give her the crossbow. That might help her with her current position. Although, granted, this game really doesn't need it. I feel like people have done speedruns of this game using melee only. Granted, later on, that can be a bit challenging, but like early on, every enemy, just brute force it.
Alright, I've been up here. We gotta go down here now.
As you can see, you found the area that leads to chests.
I like chests. They have stuff in them. I like how he's just turtle. He just turtle.
He's a turtle with frickin' fangs.
I mean, don't all turtles?
Those fins could cut a bitch.
They probably have.
Cut many a bitch in this cave. Also, Eduardo's running real low on HP there.
So he is.
He's bleeding. He got cut by the turtle.
Yeah.
I kind of
miss
the old sprite arc.
From the old Final Fantasy sprite stuff.
Yeah, I like the old school portraits. It's nice.
I will say, and maybe it's just the time I grew up in.
It's 100% that. Yes, but I know exactly where you're going. Go on.
I just have a weird affinity for like the horrible polygonal art style, and not just in Final Fantasy, but just in video games in general. Because my first main game system was an N64, so I know it's horrible and like horribly outdated, but just that kind of blocky, like still figuring out what 3D is kind of artwork, I have a soft spot for.
You're still waiting for that indie nostalgia, like for sprite art to hit for like kind of clunky 3D early polygonal graphics.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I have. Yeah, we've had our 8-bit time. We're getting into 16-bit, so now I just gotta wait for this to pass, and I'll get my shitty PS1 and N64 era graphics back, and everyone will be like, "This is gross. Why do you want this?" And I'm like, "Don't talk to me."
You might actually really like the DS version of this game.
Oh, yeah?
Because it kind of looks like that. It looks like it could be, if you kind of squinted hard enough, it could be like a PS1 RPG that's just out of time.
God damn it, Edward, you suck.
He has one use in this whole game, and that's not going to happen for a bit.
To be comic relief?
I mean, he kind of is. He has the whole thing with you Spoony Bard.
Spoony Bard.
Which is, that's like early 2000s peak internet humor right there.
Lol. Hey, the Basilisk's back.
So turtles are weak to ice because, sure.
They are.
And basilisks are weak to... I don't know. All I know is Edward, despite not being a tough guy and is taking an absolute beating, might be a good idea to swap him to the back row at some point.
Yeah.
Because he's... Is there a hard range on music? It's just vibrations that travel.
I am not the man to ask these questions. Oh, hello. So yeah, let's see. Change. Well, change. How do I change?
You might have to put him... You might have to swap his position in the party. No. See if you can put him behind Cecil.
Well, how the flip did I do this to Rydia? Oh wait, status. No?
No.
Okay. How the hell did I do this to Rydia earlier?
It's either in form... You're clicking on form before, right?
Right.
So see if that second one can go past Cecil. No. Okay, so it's only letting you change the... Oh, yeah. There you go.
Oh, okay.
So essentially, it's like a weird wave formation.
Oh, so like positions 1, 3, and 5 are front row, 2 and 4 are back row?
It's like 1 and 3 are, the front row, 2 and 4 are back row, and then 5 will also be.
Gotcha.
front row. It's like a staggered thing.
Damn it! I keep hitting A.
You also got all that new bling.
Oh yeah, I need to equip some shit.
I'd say try a bow for her with a crossbow. She might not be able to equip it. It is all the way down because that is how this game works. Also, if you have arrows, you can give them to her and put them in her right or her left hand. Sorry.
What if she doesn't have arrows? Is the crossbow?
The arrows just no. I'm pretty sure she can still fire it. Actually, she might not be able to fire it. I don't remember because this game's archaic enough where I could believe that it wouldn't fire.
Well, we're gonna find out.
He's already got a ruby ring. He's got the dreamer harp.
Not magic. Equip. Do you need a ruby ring? You have an iron ring. I imagine a
ruby ring's probably better. Like an iron ring just sounds terrible.
Hooray!
Hooray! Old school RPG. You can only see it after you equip it. With results changed.
Why would they tell me what my stat changes are going to be before I do them?
Because that would make things too intuitive. We need secrets.
That's too forward thinking. We had to get there.
I mean, come on. This was 1994?
It said 1 in the copyright.
Oh shit. It's very early then. They didn't have time to think about that back then.
Like we said, I think in an earlier episode, this game is as old as I am.
It didn't have the chance to be that forward thinking.
Okay, she doesn't have arrows.
She can fire, so she's trying to frickin' punch fools.
I mean, that's how I live my life.
If I'm trying to think, because it's weird to me they'd give you a crossbow but no arrows. So my suspicion is they're somewhere in that frickin' castle.
Well, I got the crossbow in here.
I thought you got it from the castle.
Did I? I don't know.
I thought it was the castle.
It was probably the castle.
It might have been.
That thing that happened like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Alright, Rydia, no more crossbow for you. You get your ice... I thought you had ice rod. It's stronger, it's stronger anyway.
Yeah, it's probably better for her in the long run.
Oh yeah. How do I get up there?
Can you cross that bridge from down there? Or do you have to be up? Go up and cross? There you go. Hooray! More money! It's not like in like an hour, you're gonna make triple that much money in any battle.
Oh shit.
Because RPG.
Because RPG. I feel like that should just be a t-shirt. That should just be a t-shirt. Because RPG.
Because RPG. I mean, what other games do you make choices that don't matter? Or do things that have no consequence? RPGs, because RPG.
Where everything's made up and the points don't matter. Except the points very matter.
Yeah, some of these games are pretty stat-driven. The main thing for this dungeon is that you want to find a harp for Edward. One of these chests will have a new harp for the boy.
For the boy.
And it will help him a bit. I don't recall what status it inflicts because, good God, no one remembers Edward's utility in combat. He's pretty much just after having Tella for a while, it's pretty disappointing. Also, one of his commands is just hide.
'Cause he a bitch.
We had Kane as the first
where's
party
Kane?
member.
Bring him back. He was cool.
Well, that's a good question. It's an intriguing aspect of the story.
Isn't he supposedly dead right now?
That's what Cecil believes. And he's like, oh no, the town blew up. There's a big earthquake. Kane's super dead. Oh no.
He's not just dead. He's super dead.
He's hard confirmed. Haven't seen a body. Hard confirmed dead.
You know what? I need to see a body. Whether it's burned beyond all recognition or not, I need to see it.
That's the hard rule for media. A character can't be dead until you see that body.
Pixar didn't happen, bro.
So...
God damn it. Get back here, you coward.
Did you choose to do that, or did he do that?
He's doing it himself.
You know what? I appreciate that. That's pretty clever. I
Maybe
appreciate that
he's getting pretty
retroactively.
low. Maybe when he gets low on HP, he just does it himself.
I don't think I've ever seen that. That's actually really funny that he will auto hide. I wonder if that was always in the game or if that was something that they did for the American release so dumb Americans didn't have to do the hide command themselves.
God damn it. Holy shit.
Oh my god, it's the long hyped up sandworms. Get those ice spells ready.
That thing is horrifying.
Yeah, they're not too bad. Well, maybe in this version they're never that bad. But in the PSP version and the DS version especially, when you first get into the desert area, those things will fuck you up. I also, since this is the first implementation of the active time battle system,
Yeah.
we don't have all the bars yet that show you how close your party members are to acting.
Yeah, I was about to say, Final Fantasy VII's pretty upfront about that kind of shit.
Yeah, I believe
Did I come through this
5 started that trend.
door? I did not come through that door.
No, is this the harp?
Yeah.
It's the charm harp.
Hooray! Equip. Bardman.
The dreamer harp for charm.
Damn.
Wow.
That is a marked improvement.
I also want to go out there saying, you know, if you haven't played Dungeons and Dragons, it makes no sense, but literally with his instrument, he can kill people by singing and performing.
I mean, I could do that too. I just have to hit people with it.
But he doesn't. That's talent.
That's true.
It's like, do you think it's like a Black Canary type of thing where he has like supersonic voice?
I would
or is
imagine that he's like really bad at it, and it just makes like the monster's ear bleed.
And they just die of blood loss?
More or less.
It's a bad way to go.
They're like, oh, we can't take this anymore. I've had enough of this man. I'm just gonna die, rather than.
I'd rather give up than keep listening.
I mean, yeah.
Nothing happened. Beautiful.
He was too good.
Oh, it's pretty rough. I'm trying to remember if there's
Rydia knows
actually
Toad now. I can toad other
Ooh.
people now.
Status effects.
Did I?
Have you played a lot of RPGs that actually take advantage of status effects, or is it more so that they're relatively unused?
I know how to poison somebody in Pokemon. I'm gonna be real honest here. Most of my RPG knowledge comes from Pokemon.
I mean, it is the most popular RPG franchise.
It's it's basic RPG. It's meant for little children. And when I was a little children,
it's meant for everyone.
It's meant for everyone and children.
It's meant for everyone, but especially children.
And then there's those people that play competitively, and I'm like, no, thank you. I don't have the time. I don't have the time to invest in EV training and shiny hunting, and I'm like, no.
Hey, EV training's gone now.
Oh, is it now?
Yeah, they. I haven't played. I think I played Sun and Moon was the last one I played. Didn't play X or Y, or no, not X or Y. Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
But apparently they've given you the ability just to make the EVs you want, and I think I read somewhere that you could just change the nature of Pokemon now. Which is like great, because I remember back in the day being like, oh, I caught this really rare Pokemon. Oh, it's not the nature I want. Throw it in the garbage.
Yeah. And I never really no, I want to use the second one. Damn it, there. I never really got into like the whole like nature breeding thing. I pretty much just caught a Pokemon in the wild, and like as long as it's the right gender of what I want, because I'm one of those people who are like, hey, a save thingy.
I always forget. All the save icons just have a save.
Yeah, man.
And look they literally gave you everything you need here to succeed. And they even say every time, hey, this is a special place where you can just heal up.
Some other people died here. We just thought we'd help you out.
No heal ups for you? You're feeling confident?
Oh, shit.
I mean, that's good.
I mean, I think I just healed up a minute ago, so...
Also, last time, I couldn't remember what enemies these are normally called. They're normally flans.
Yeah.
I didn't look that up. I just remembered right this second staring at them. Flans. But tell me, because of your main attachment to Pokemon, have you ever considered World of Final Fantasy, which is a Pokemon-esque monster collecting game?
I have heard of it. I have not played. Is that the one where they stack on each other's heads?
Yes. I don't know what's up with that, but it's a thing.
Doesn't Sora from Kingdom Hearts show up at one point? Thought he was like DLC or something.
You know what? I know one of the mechs from Xenogears shows up, so sure. Why not?
Why not?
You can get mechs. Sora can show up.
Sure, man.
I mean, Kingdom Hearts 3 basically
My God, Celso, you
made...
suck.
I think you need to use their particular weakness.
I'm trying.
Is it color-coded?
Let's find out. Yes.
Yes, it is 100% color-coded. We figured it out. This is a game that young Japanese school children were able to beat by going home and just play. We were able to figure it out that color code is how it works.
Color theory. Not just
What?
for children.
If you're a game designer, what's the best way to do weaknesses? Is it opposites or should it be matching?
I think matching probably makes it a little more obvious, I guess. Depends on how obvious you want to make it.
Like if the enemy's green, you need to like use poison or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Or is it more like if an enemy is green? Wow, random encounters.
Killing me, man. Kill me, Smalls.
I mean, literally the only one they're killing is Edward. I like how all the enemies are going for him.
Well, I mean, that's just what happens. I mean, you know how in Fire Emblem, all the enemies immediately go for your healer, or because they're usually the weakest person in your party?
Or in older games, they can't defend themselves.
Also that. So yeah, god damn it, I think I just did, never mind. I think I had changed on accident, but doesn't matter anymore. Yeah, so that is like one of the things that pisses me off in Fire Emblem is I'm trying to keep my party alive and everyone keeps running around me to go fucking kill my healer, and I'm like, bro.
They know where to get you.
They do, and it pisses me off. Quit trying to kill my old guy in Echoes, the old bald dude. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Echoes. What's his face? I don't know. That guy.
Bald dude.
Yeah, he's an old bald dude.
Are you sure it's Echoes?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
He's a healer?
Yeah, I think so.
Man, I'm really trying to think of who that...
I don't remember.
I'm thinking of the guy from Shadow Dragon, who's like, his name's like Reese or something.
I've only ever played the 3DS Fire Emblem, so...
Okay.
That's where all my knowledge goes.
Oh my god. Because all the healers I know of are like women, because that game was originally 90s, and that was just the thing.
I mean, maybe... I honestly kind of forget.
Also, you should definitely heal up after that fight. Everyone took some hits.
Oh, yeah.
Except Cecil. Cecil's fine.
Cecil is a tank.
I mean, if we're looking at this in terms of like a MMO or like a typical tabletop fashion, these are all fitting different builds. You got your DPS with Rydia. You got your... I don't even know if I'd qualify...
The Antlion nest. I'm gonna fight the fucking Antlion, man. I just wanted to see if there's anything over here.
You might be terribly disappointed.
You know what? This guy, he is my arch enemy right now.
Although no random encounters.
Oh wait, you're saying I'm disappointed by the fact nothing's over here?
Yeah.
No.
Although very delayed random encounter. You got to walk for quite a while. But yeah, this is your white whale.
Yeah, man.
This is what it's all about.
Yeah, I mean, we could basically just quit the game after I kill this thing.
I mean that was the plan, right? Like, this is it.
There's no more worlds left to conquer.
You are able to cure Rosa. Cecil lived happily ever after. They adopted Rydia, and Edward, he didn't live past this night. That's the story.
Yeah, there you go.
Whatever happens to Tella and that Golbez guy they talk about, don't worry about it. Story's done.
I know who Golbez is. He was in Dissidia.
He certainly was.
That's literally the only reason I know who the protagonist and antagonist of Final Fantasy games is, because of that game.
I mean, to be fair, in some cases, they just invented who the protagonist was for some of those games.
Yeah, the Onion Knight.
Yeah, because that's definitely not reflective in the game.
The Warrior of Light.
It's like, what about the other three? The Warrior.
Though it's weird that they made the blonde kid the one they put in Dissidia, when the gray-haired one is the one they made the main, like, your first main party person.
Yeah, it's... Dissidia takes some liberties.
And I'm gonna be honest, I thought the gray-haired person was a girl for, like, a while.
I mean, there wasn't a lot of information to go off of.
And, like, because, I mean, I played the DS version, and I just saw kind of the hairstyle. I'm like, yeah, that's probably like a girl or something.
That's like long hair.
Yeah, well, they got like bangs and a ponytail, and I'm like, yeah, that's probably a girl. So yeah, I just like straight up, fuck it.
I mean, this is such a freaking poll that no one's gonna appreciate, but maybe some people will, because the collection for it came out not too long ago. But there is a villain in Mega Man Zero called Harpuya, who has, like, dubbed in voice.
Yeah.
Also, shoutouts to Edward for just running in and grabbing the ruby and almost getting eaten.
What a dumbass.
To be fair, it's actually pretty nice of him to even try. Also, look at this thing.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, it looks like a rabid bulldog with, like, pincers and shit.
Yeah, some of the sprite work for this game is wacky.
It looks neither like an ant nor a lion.
We were lied to. The whole point of my story, though, is that Harpuya has a voice by a Japanese woman, and it very much sounds like a woman, so I always assumed as a kid that he was a girl. Lo and behold. Things you never know.
Oh,
also, he's countering all of your physical attacks.
So he's only weak to magic?
Seemingly. Also, you're getting to the point where you might actually have access to summons.
I ain't got
for Rydia, or her calls. Sorry.
Perry. Oh yeah. Let's see what. Chocobo, get in here.
I think Chocobo might heal, or he might do Chocobo kick.
Well, we're gonna find out.
Oh, he kick!
That's silly.
All right, 170 damage. That's more damage than you were doing before.
All right, Cecil's gonna hang back. Song of Silence.
I mean, wow, it's a different fight when you don't attack.
Yeah, Rydia's pretty much doing all the work here. Cecil can't do anything without getting everyone boned.
I mean, at this point, you're pretty much just better off defending with everyone getting Rydia just to continually summon Chocobo.
Oh yeah. Get Chocobo in here. I will call him Stan.
It's funny you say that, because I'm pretty sure...
Does he actually have
how many... I was going to say, in the DS version, I'm pretty sure you can name the Chocobo. Oh no, there's another goofy summon. I think you can draw his face with the stylus touchscreen.
That's adorable.
I don't remember what he's called. Oh, I think you get to name him.
His name is Stan.
It is now.
He's Stan the Chocobo.
I'm just trying to think.
Damn it, just die already, man.
I mean, to be fair, this guy shows you, in a way, how dominant strategies for a lot of boss fights in this game.
Alright.
there's definitely a case of use this specific weakness and don't do anything else. And there's also instances of just don't attack the boss and he won't attack you.
There it goes. All right, everybody, thank you for watching our Let's Play.
I mean, where else could the story go from here?
Right?
No one, you guys don't know.
Cecil gained a level for doing nothing.
You know, it's like when you beat an RPG and you level up the very end
Yeah.
for nothing.
And let me guess, I gotta walk all the way back.
I also want to point out that Edward says the Antlions are not aggressive, yet they have that face.
I mean, just because he's ugly doesn't mean he's aggressive.
So you could walk all the way back.
Oh, wait,
I believe you got an item that's equivalent to like an escape rope in Pokemon. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I misspoke. I thought maybe you picked it up.
I'm about to say, where's my escape rope?
All right, no escape rope. I hope everyone enjoyed this cave.
Because you about to see it again.
There's going to be even more.
Well, I mean, it's always a good opportunity to kick more ass.
True. And I was going to say it's a valuable time to get experience, but it actually isn't.
Well, Edward needs to stop being a bitch.
This is a point in the game where the only reason you would need to grind is if you were really struggling with a particular point in the story, because this part of the game is pretty linear. The world really doesn't open up till like the big moment, I'll say.
I see.
Which I won't spoil, because I actually don't know if you recall it, because you've listened to the podcast about this, but there's a big moment in this game.
Golbez. I know there's moon people at some point.
That's crazy. That's just something you made up.
Moon people.
What
Moon
kind
men.
of RPG would do that?
Final Fantasy would do that.
Yeah,
Because
it would.
there's knights and shit, but fuck it, there's moon men in space.
Guys, we can't focus and fight each other over Christian when
God
there's
damn it.
moon men.
Rydia, fucking use your ice magic on this shit. I ain't got time for you, turtles. Where is my repel? I need repels. I need max repels. Oh, shit.
I'm trying to think if Final Fantasy has a equivalent.
They don't, they need one.
I feel like later games had something you could do to reduce the encounter rate, but Dragon Quest has holy water, which you sprinkle around your feet, and it makes monsters that are. It makes it so that you get fewer encounters.
The power of Christ compels them.
In the Japanese version, it does, not in the localized version.
Well,
the power
yeah,
of
America
the goddess.
America can't have Jesus.
Well, it's just specifically referring to their deity as God. They can't refer, but they can refer to their deity as goddess.
Yeah.
The loophole.
Yeah, well, it's
It
because
can't.
well, it's because Christianity refers to God as male. So I mean, it's not Christian God if it's a lady, because God forbid that God be a lady.
That's crazy talk, and therefore it's okay for my children's video games.
It's heresy, is what it is. Should be burned at the stake. All these monsters are dying. Rydia, get your shit together.
To be fair,
I know
she's
you
trying to
basically killed the
attack from
boss
the back.
on your own, but damn, girl.
She 100% killed the boss in a row.
Yeah, Edward and fucking Cecil just stood there waiting because they would have gotten everybody killed. Is what they would have done.
At the very least, we're almost. You must have like this cave like mapped out in your head by now, right?
Sure. That's a thing that I have in my brain hole.
I mean, you've been in this cave for like what, 20 minutes? You must have it down pat.
I mean, I'd probably have a better mental image of it if I didn't have so many flippin' random encounters interrupting me every 5 seconds.
Well, I am happy to say that soon you'll have a filled out party.
Hooray! Hey,
You'll be able to use all 5 slots.
the sun.
Huzzah! Now you have to go back to Rosa.
Damn it. That would make too much sense. That looks like a way.
That is a way
I'm gonna go that way.
for after.
God damn it.
So you have to go pick up Rosa first, then keep in mind that area, because that's where you go next.
Get in, girl. We're going adventuring.
Get in the land speeder. What are you looking for? Going back for arrows?
Wasn't she in here?
No, this is the castle that got
God damn it.
bombed.
Oh yeah, wait. We should look for arrows.
Rydia is or not Rydia, Rosa is way back at that town in the middle of the desert.
Oh, I see. But yes, we should look for arrows here.
This spot looks like a good spot for arrows. I think they're in the tower with the mages. I think you have to... Usually there's this weird thing in Final Fantasy where initially only a few items were hidden in pots and stuff like that. So you might have to look in barrels or pots. Later games just stopped doing that. But this one, it's all about it. Can't go up there?
No, that's the ether. Well, you know, let's heal up while we're here.
I mean...
while we're here.
Get a free huff.
Get a free huff, man.
These guys are sharing.
They're making me...
What are you gonna do? Say no to someone who's sharing?
Not when
Probably
they're making me a drug addict.
Not when I huff and all of a sudden the screen goes blue.
Blue's such a delightful color, though.
I mean, it is chill. It's a chill color.
It is a chill color.
Alright, I don't think the arrows are here.
All
I don't
right,
know.
fuck it.
Maybe you're meant to buy them in town.
I don't need your goddamn arrows, alright? I got by just fine.
Freaking crazy magic.
Without your goddamn arrows. In the land speeder.
It's literally just a land speeder with a propeller. I can never unsee it.
What the hell is it? Didn't it come here through a cave?
You did, but now you don't have to because of vehicles. And look at that. If you go all the way to the middle. There you go. Bada bing, bada boom. Gotta go save Rosa.
I like that my land speeder is as big as the town.
Scale's a weird thing in these old RPGs.
Alright, let's go save my girlfriend. Bro, move it. I got shit to do.
She's not at the inn.
God damn it.
She's in the top right of town.
We saw her like 2 episodes ago. You think I remember what happened then?
Maybe. This is a pretty integral point in the story.
Hey, there she is. Rosa!
Now you have to remember what item it is. What could it be?
Well, I killed an ugly bulldog for it, so I mean... I have to cure her desert flu. With a rock.
I hate sand.
It's coarse and gets everywhere.
It also gives you the flu. Wait, did you just cure her corona? Is that what this was?
Damn it. The king's not the same as... Yeah, King Crazy Pants over there.
So Rosa here is saying that Golbez is using the king to collect all the crystals. Apparently he's behind it all.
Okay, so approximately how many of the mainline Final Fantasy games involve collecting all the crystals? Are you actually trying to do math in your head?
I'm just trying to think on the top of my head if I can even...
At least like the first 5, right?
I don't know if 2 does. 2 might. I haven't really played much of 2. I'm pretty sure 3 does. So 1 and 3, 4.
What is 2?
2 is the one that had the weird system that was like a saga game, in which you can, the more you do an action, the more you level it up. So if you attack people with swords, you level up your sword skill. If you hit things lots, your attack skill goes up. If you get hit a lot, you get more HP.
I see.
Which makes the game an oddity in the series, but I've never really played it.
Who's the bad guy at 2?
That is the Emperor.
Oh, right.
If you ever wanted to, if you really think about it, all Final Fantasy has ever been is just Star Wars, just hidden.
Yeah.
When you really think about it.
When you think about it,
Also,
it's all Star Wars.
we're also at another very emotional scene later that evening.
Taking Rosa to Pound Town.
No.
Damn it!
There's a child in that house.
Well, she needs to take a walk. My girlfriend isn't dead anymore, and I ain't take her to Pound Town.
To be fair, Edward's girlfriend's dead.
Well, he needs to get over it.
I mean, it literally happened, like, earlier that day.
That's an Edward problem. That's not a me acting as Cecil problem. Now he's singing a song about his dead girlfriend.
He's also getting jumped.
Damn. Edward, defend yourself.
It's a water hag.
Is it the spirit of my dead girlfriend?
What?
What the shit? Is she gonna tell me to use the Force? Kind of.
When you really think about it, all Final Fantasy is Star Wars.
Edward, use the Force.
I think all you can pretty much do is just attack it, and eventually it'll die. I remember, oh my god, frickin' someone watching this, take a shot for every time I mention the DS version. But in the DS version, I actually died on this fight, and I didn't save before beating the Antlion.
Damn.
I had to.
I don't know if I did either.
Backtrack. To be fair, he's hitting you for 10 damage each time. I think he's going to go down pretty soon.
Arg.
And to be fair, your girlfriend's already done giving you a pep talk.
I mean, that's the real power right there.
He also got 800 EXP for killing that thing by himself.
Oh, damn. Don't leave me. No, dead girlfriend, come back.
Did she name drop Golbez or Golbez, or did Edward? I think it was Edward. It's kind of weird to me that she's like, you need to stop this guy. And it's like, how do you know him?
Yeah, I don't know. I know Rosa was talking about him a minute ago.
Yeah, but she's dead. How does she know?
But I don't know. I don't know why any of this crazy shit's happening. I'm just along for the ride.
Pretty much. This game story is... A lot of people like say that, growing up, this is like one of the best first RPG stories they ever did see. But it's kind of clunky. This translation doesn't help.
Rosa, she's a whiz.
I thought that said wife wizard for a second.
You know what? Give me a couple days, I can make that happen.
All right, so I'd recommend putting her in the back. You definitely want to give her the crossbow and maybe buy her some arrows if we can. Also, I do love how at this point in the game, they've given you literally no indication of where to go next.
Yeah, they're just like, hey, good luck.
Like, hey, Rose is awake, and then Anna says to Edward, like, hey, stop that Golbez. And he's just like, oh, Sherry? Oh, so get rid of that short bow. Give her a frickin' crossbow. Yeah.
Because I'm a badass.
She's wearing her battle bikini. She's good to go.
I mean, what else do you need, really?
In the 90s, not a lot of clothes, that's for sure.
What up, Shopkeep?
All right, he doesn't really have much for you.
Should I buy more arrows, or do you not run out of them?
I'm embarrassed because I don't remember if there's actually a finite amount. I mean, they're really cheap, so maybe buy like 20.
Oh yeah. Oh Jesus, I'm like rolling in it. So yeah.
Holy shit! I was just saying, like, that's a lot of gold.
Well, I think I've been getting a lot of gold and not using any of it. So I mean.
To be fair, you found every bit of equipment you need in caves. So far, like every other RPG of this era, you constantly have to grind to upgrade your equipment.
What up, Shopkeep? I don't need any of shit.
Yeah. You can pretty much wait to the next major town.
Get out of here. Just making sure everyone's fully healed.
I think you should be. They had a long rest.
We had a cutscene that's healing.
And it was at nighttime, and you're in someone's home. So that means you must be healed.
All right, save this shit.
So, how come the game's not over?
I don't. Yeah, I don't know, man. We.
Is this like a fan hack or something? Like some sort of fan version of the game?
It's the post game now.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I mean we killed the Antlion. What more can we do?
Man, it's crazy that in a game back in the 90s, they made the length of this game like 90% post. It's a pretty weird decision in retrospect.
What's the fuck? Oh, yeah.
I also appreciate how you're trying to recall where to go, and this is literally a conversation.
You don't know
like,
me.
hey, we have to go over here.
You are not the boss of me. Oh man, I gotta get rid of my dope ass speeder.
Yep. Goodbye, speeder.
Okay.
Also, you should save. Oh, you did save before leaving. No, you're good. You're good. You're
Well,
good. You're at Mount Hobbs.
No, hold on. I gotta save here, so if I die, I don't have to drive back.
But don't you want more time in the land speeder?
Not if it means I gotta drive 2 seconds back to this spot.
You might never see it again.
I'm over it. Darren, be quiet. Plot's happening.
I actually really, really like this little bit here.
Really doesn't know fire magic.
Yeah. And she hates fire because her fucking town was destroyed by fire.
That was like yesterday.
Yeah! That's how
Get
trauma
over it.
works.
I have no time for these people's traumas that happened less than 24 hours ago.
I really, really like this scene because Cecil knows and he's not like trying to push her towards it. But peer pressure makes her get over her personal trauma. And she actually mechanically learns fire now, which I think is pretty neat.
Hooray, there's plot reasons for getting things.
I appreciate that in my RPGs, when it's just more so than, you know, like that narrative Ludo dissonance, where in battle you're a god, but you go to a cutscene and your guy, everyone makes fun of your guy for being a wimp, and you're like, I literally fight monsters all day.
Hey,
what are you doing?
Check it, it's the Beholder.
How do you feel about Beholders? I think these ones blow up because they the bomb.
Yeah, man. I need to use fire on them, probably.
Also, Edward's doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, because he's like,
Edward.
Look at him, his boom. Make them
I'm gonna
explode.
level with you. I don't think they're weak to fire.
Oh, that was a poor decision on my part.
Classically, the bombs, the red ones get healed by fire.
The blue
in
ones
some,
explode.
I think in some games, I don't know if it's true of this, so that's just a random command they can do. But in some games, they will straight up just explode the instant you put them on fire.
A cockatrice.
A cockatrice.
It's just a bird. Just a big bird.
Hey, but look at that sick animation of them bobbing up and down. That's how you know they fly.
That's taking advantage of mode 7 right there.
It's taking advantage of something.
Alright, I'm gonna see if Pokemon logic works here.
That music is their weakness?
No, hold on. Rydia, come on. There. No, god damn it.
Obviously, the higher in the sky they are, the more they resist lightning. Although it's using Fire Emblem logic where they're weak to bows.
But the Pokemon has taught me that flying is weak to electricity.
Alright, I'm gonna level with you. For every RPG that's not Pokemon, you need to unlearn weaknesses, because they don't work that way in every other RPG.
God damn it.
You have to, like, untrain yourself. It's it's crazy.
I spent the last 25 years learning this shit. What the fuck?
The freaking gargoyles, man. It's a mountain. Everything here.
I was just getting used to the bandit trolls and the turtle, and now there's this shit.
To be fair, these are probably some of the cleanest looking sprites we've seen in a while.
They're like, hey.
So, are you using fire because they're green?
I don't know. I just thought I'd
Did that have any bearing on your decision there? I'm just curious.
Not at all.
All right,
I just thought
I wouldn't call you out for it. I was just curious.
I like the tone you're coming with it. Is like I'm not mad at you for making dumb decisions. I'm just disappointed.
What the frick was that?
I don't know. He used something called weak. I don't know what that means.
Did he weaken you or him?
Well, I don't know, but he's dead now.
I couldn't really tell by the feedback loop there. Also, how much do you appreciate Rosa not wearing pants? Because this is the 90s.
She's in sprite form, so I can't really enjoy it that much.
And that aspect of her design has been maintained up until the Super Nintendo version. Or not Super Nintendo, the modern versions. The save coin.
It's my favorite coin.
So, did they fall from the moon? Did someone build them? Or are they just natural?
Man, you're right. They just you tense out the ass.
This game wants you to save. More skeletons, undead, they're weak. And cure magic.
Yeah, man. Wait.
Which means Rosa has more purpose than just healing people and shooting arrows. There is going to be a moment where there's an actual boss, and I think the optimal strategy is actually to cure him.
Yeah, zombies and shit.
I remember in the DS version, there you go, another shot for somebody out there, that I had been stuck on this boss fight for like an hour, and then I just looked up online, and everyone's like, bro, just cure him, and it'll kill him in like 3 turns. And I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Just arbitrarily difficult for that sake.
I gotta say, I appreciate that my party so far is an actual knight, his girlfriend, a small adolescent child, and that douchebag at every party with a guitar.
Man, your party's only gonna get wackier from here.
God damn it, I told him to hide. Get out of here.
Get out of here, Edward, we don't need you. So yeah, they're weak to healing magic and fire, generally speaking. That's the rule of thumb.
Well, I'm gonna heal them so much they come back to life. They just come back to life. They come back to life as normal dudes.
Oh, I mean, magic works funky in fantasy settings. It can regenerate skin, organs.
And it's just like super painful. It's like the skin grafts back to their skeleton.
Oh Jesus! It's like Wolverine. They feel every bit of that. Yeah. I also appreciate when Edward hides, he doesn't come back for the victory.
Nah, man.
Everyone's just like, Edward, just gone.
He didn't participate. He doesn't get to participate in the victory dance.
It's only fair. It's probably the same rules if you're knocked out too, right?
I think so. You
were not in a state to celebrate, so therefore, you will not.
Yeah, man. Alright, guys. Well, I think we're going to call it a day here, and next time we will explore Mount, wherever the hell we are.
Mount Hobbs. Mount Hobbs.
Mount Hobbs and Shaw, presented by Fast and Furious. Thank you, everybody, for watching this. I hope you're enjoying this. And yeah, just let us know how you're feeling about this. So, check back next time, and we'll be adventuring further into the land of the fantasy finals.
I thought you were going to swing back to Fast and Furious.
You know what? If a dude like Vin Diesel just showed up in this game, A+. 10 out of 10.
Man, everyone be really excited for the next part.
You know what? Vin Diesel's a huge nerd. I would believe he would campaign to make a live-action Final Fantasy movie.
You're gonna like the next part.
Does Vin Diesel show up?
You're gonna like it.
All right, guys. We'll see you next time.